All right. That's a wonderful presentation from Imran and from Yaku at Bani. And he did well, and I wasn't even expecting it. He did. You can see the points that we did for him. In his introduction, he had 8%, but 8 points, or 10, 37, 8, 6 like that. He actually did well, and we thank him much for that for the progress. And we're expecting, even though we're expecting more from him the next time. So please, Albani, we want you to pick yourself up and step up the challenge, and do well, better than how you have been doing. We really want to see you improve. Your spoken English, your diction, everything is perfect. And probably very soon too, we'll be having a diction place where you will earn more points for that. And confidence, you can see that our brother is actually good in teaching out his words without any form of shyness. So that's wonderful. And without wasting time, we're going to call the next person. No other than the last person we're having on the board, Murtadha Sa'ad, which will also be teaching out his presentation in a very eloquent way. We should expect that because we're expecting something big from him. So he has been a consequent winners from 2 consecutive weeks now, and we are expecting him, maybe probably is going to continue like that, not breaking the what's it called the record. So we call upon Murtadha Sa'ad to give us his speech. His time starts immediately.
Good morning, everyone. Today I stand before you to speak about a topic that is not only important for me, but essential for every human being, which is why education is important to me. Before I begin, I would like to imagine a world without education, a world where no one could read or write, a world where knowledge could not be solved, where dreams remain only dreams because no one had the tools to achieve them. Now imagine the opposite, a world filled with thinkers, innovators, problem solvers, and leaders. That is the power of education. That is the power of education. To me, education is more than an environment or daily routine. It is more than waking up early, attending class, writing notes, and preparing for exams. Education is the light that removes the darkness of ignorance. It is the bridge between who I am and who I might become, who I hope to become tomorrow. Education gives my life direction. Without direction, effort is wasted. But with education, every step I took moved me closer to my goals. One of the main reasons education is important to me is because it gives me the ability to think for myself. It teaches me not just what to think about, but how to think. It allows me to ask questions, to be curious and search for answers. Curiosity is powerful. It pushes beyond our comfort zone and helps us discover possibilities we never imagined. Through education, I begin to understand the world, how people interact, and how challenges can be solved through education. Education opens my mind and prevents me from being trapped by ignorance or misinformation. Another reason education matters deeply to me is independence. Education prepares me for a future where I can stand confidently on my own feet. It equips me with knowledge and skills necessary to make wise decisions about my life. The independence is not just about any money, it is about having the understanding to choose the right people. The right people. Education protects us from manipulation. When you are educated, you are less likely to be misled. You can analyze situation, evaluate information, and make informed choices. For me, that is freedom. Education is also important to me because it builds confidence. There is a special kind of confidence that comes from knowing you are prepared. Every new concept I understand, every skill I develop, and every challenges I overcome remind me that I'm capable of growth. Confidence does not appear overnight, it's built generally through learning experience. At times, the education journey can feel difficult. There are moments when assignment seems endless, when exams appear too quickly, and when pressures feel overwhelming. overwhelming, but I have to realize something important. Challenges are not signs to stop, they are signs for growth. They are signs that growth is taking place. Every time I push through a difficult subject or perhaps a complex idea, I become stronger. Mentally, education trains my brain to be resilient, and resilience is a skill that extends far beyond the classroom. Education is not only shaping my intelligence, it's shaping my character. It teaches discipline, the habit of doing what must be done even when I do not feel like doing it. It teaches patience, understanding that meaningful success takes time. It teaches responsibility, knowing that my future depends largely on the effort I invest today. Another powerful reason education is important to me is because it's opportunity. Education opens the door that might otherwise remain closed. It creates possibilities and expands horizons. Many of the people we admire today, e.g., example, doctor, engineer, teacher, scientists, and leaders, reach their position through education. Their journey reminds me that education is not a barrier, it is a pathway. However, education is not only about personal success, it is also about impact. I believe education gives us the ability to contribute positively to our community. When you are educated, you can help solve problems, support others, and bring progress to society. Imagine a community whereby everyone values education. Such a community would experience growth, innovation, and unity. Education has the power to break cycles of poverty, cycles of poverty and create generational change. It allows one person's success to uplift an entire family. This motivates me greatly because I do not see education as something I pursue only for myself. I see it as something that can position me to help others in the future. Education gives me a voice. Without education, many people struggle to express their ideas clearly or educate for themselves. But education empowers me to communicate and effectively to stand up for what I believe in. It reminds me that my thoughts matters. Another reason education is deeply meaningful to me is appreciation. Appreciation. Around the world, millions of children and young people dream of going to school but are unable to because of poverty, conflicts, or lack of resources. When I reflect on this reality, I felt grateful for every lesson, every teacher, and every opportunity to learn. Gratitude changed perspective instead of seeing education as a burden. I see it as a privilege, one of that deserve my dedication and effort. Education also prepares me for a future that is constantly evolving. We live in a world driven by technology, innovation, and rapid change. The careers of tomorrow may not even exist today. Because of this, education is not just about memorizing the facts, it is about developing adaptability. The ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Education ensures that I am not left behind in changing the world, but perhaps one of the most beautiful things that education is that it never ends. Learning does not stop after graduation. It is a lifelong journey. Every book read, every expectation guide, and every conversation held the potential to teach something valuable. Education can transform ordinary individuals into extraordinary thinkers. It turns dream into achievable goals. It replaces fear with understanding. It transforms I cannot into arbitrary. Of course, there will be moments where motivation fades, when waking up early feels difficult or studying feels exhausting. Where during such time, I remind myself of the bigger picture. I remind myself that efforts I put in today is building the life I will live tomorrow. The perspective gives me many fear. Education is more important to me because it gives me hope. Hope that my future can be bright. Hope that my goals are achievable. Hope that I can become someone who makes a difference, and hope powerful because when a person has hope, they also have determination. As I continue my educational journey, I have made a personal commitment to take my learning seriously, to remain curious and never allow temporary difficulty to make me forget my long-term vision. I want my education to shape me into someone who is knowledgeable, compassionate and capable, someone who does not only chase success but who also wants to value wherever I go. If there is one message I would like everyone to listen, I would like everyone listening to remember today. It is this. Education is not merely preparation for life, it is life itself. It influences how we think, how we act, and how we shape the future. Therefore, we must not take it for granted. Let us value it, let us commit to it, and let us use it wisely. Because the education we embrace today will determine the possibility we experience tomorrow. In conclusion, education is important to me because it is a story that reminds me, that builds my mind, builds my character, and opens the door of opportunity and brings me closer to my dreams. It is guiding me towards the person I am meant to become. And for that reason, I will continue to grow and I will continue to learn, grow, and continue striving for excellence. Thank you for your time and attention.